Hi guys, it's Alia. Welcome back to my channel. So it is hashtag Scraps to Treasures Day, and it's May. So the prompt for this month is book pages. Now, for those of you who don't know, hashtag Scrap to Treasures is an open collab that's hosted by Turquoise Streaming, Sheree, and Maria from Maria's Miscellany. And I will definitely leave both their links to their YouTube channels in the description box below. So basically, I've been doing this since January, and every month there is a prompt. The only stipulations are basically that you do something revolving around what the prompt is, and you use your scraps. So January's was tags, February's was pockets, March envelopes, April index cards. Now it's May, and May is book pages. So let me show you. I did do a prototype because I wasn't sure how it would turn out, but this is what I made. It's a little, like a little pouch, and see, here's my book page, and then covered all over the pouch thing are my scraps. So that is what we are going to do today. And it's just a regular book page that I used. And then I grabbed my, well, one of my box of scraps, and I grabbed out of it some like really pretty colors. And basically we're just going to cover the outside in scraps. So the first thing I did was, and I like the size of this, so I'm going to kind of copy how I did this one. I mean, it's not going to be exact, but that's okay. Okay, so that is there. And then this is somewhat like right around here. I'm thinking, oh, my cat just came in. And I also did a little bit of Velcro so it would stay shut when you know, put whatever you wanted inside it. Let me close my door. All right, so we have the lines where we want to do it. Now, all I did really was turn it over like this and then just cover this in scraps. Really, really easy. And I use glue stick because I feel like it's paper on paper. And I don't know, I just have, if it's not like material or anything involved, I'm completely fine with doing glue sticks. So again, there's really no rhyme or reason to where you place the scraps. Like when I was doing it, I was just randomly putting them down, kind of like wherever they will go. Let's see, let's do that one here. And you might have a little excess that hangs over, which is completely fine. You can definitely, what's it called? Cut it off after. And I think that's what I did last time too, because I think I did have some excess hanging off. So, so I just went over it with my scissors. Okay. And also, I used my brayer at the end to make sure everything was stuck down nicely. And I love this collab because I'm using up a lot of my scraps that I wouldn't normally really have, like, you know, a project in mind for. Because I feel like we cut scraps, well, no, we don't cut scraps, but like we're cutting down things that, you know, produce scraps. And I feel like I never want to throw them out because I'm always thinking, well, I could really use that in a project, or this one's pretty much empty. You know, so I never like, oh, this one's empty too. Well, this is awesome. Oops. Okay, hold on. Good thing my glue is right next to me over here. Oh, but I want this one. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. I know I was saying something about my scraps, that you always kind of want to hang on to stuff because you never know when, you know, you might be able to use a little piece of this or a little piece of that. Well, that's my biggest problem, because I'm always thinking, oh, you know, I shouldn't throw that away because I could see myself, you know, doing this, and it sits around in boxes. So when like scrap collabs come along, I try to jump at the opportunity so that way I can use my scraps. I also noticed something too, and I've actually been getting a little better with this. There's been a couple estate sales really near me. There's actually one the other day that was right, like, I would say probably 2 or 3 streets down from where I work. And I thought, you know, on lunch I could go over there and go to the estate sale. Then I thought to myself, why do I need to go to an estate sale? I don't need anything. Matter of fact, I really need to use, you know, what I do have. And it was, I mean, a lot of self-control was involved, but it was almost like the scraps, kind of. You think that you need stuff and you don't want to throw it away, like in terms of scraps, or like going to an estate sale. You think you need to go to the estate sale, but do you really need to? Probably not, because I have a whole room full of stuff that I really need to start using, and I don't need to add to my hoard. I mean, it is so hard because I love estate sales. And I know if I say, oh, I'll just go and I'll look, that won't happen, because I'll see something and think, oh, you know what? I could use that in a project, or, oh, I know what I could do with this. Because that's how a lot of the stuff that I have and I haven't used has come to me, because, you know, I am at an estate sale or a thrift store or something, and I'll see something and I'll have a great project in my mind of, yes, this is what I'm going to do with this thing. And then I bring it home and it sits and it sits, and then I kind of forget what I was actually going to do with it. And I've acknowledged that's where my hoard comes from. It's definitely not intentional. You know, you go in and you see something and you're like, oh, you get all these ideas. And at the time, you know, the ideas you come up with are great. The problem is, for me, and I don't know about anybody else, my problem is the follow through. Like, I have to remember that I have that, whatever it is, in my stash. And I have to remember that, oh yeah, I need to use it and I can't let it sit around. But then sometimes, like, I'll go through my stash looking for something else and I'll come across something and think to myself, I know I got this for a reason. And I don't really remember what the reason was, why I have it. That's one of my biggest problems too. So I feel like if I don't use something right away, then it is going to sit. It'll sit in my stash for, oh gosh, who knows how long. And it's, I don't know. And that's why I have all this stuff in my room that I really don't know what to do with. So yes, that's my little rant about trying to save, I don't know, save, what's the word I'm looking for? Not that I'm trying to save money, because I'm pretty thrifty when it comes to buying things. I don't like paying a lot, so it's not the money aspect of it. It's just that I need to learn how to refrain, as hard as it is. Yeah, that's the problem, but it's hard. I wish I had some other pieces. Bigger ones. I feel like I'm using the same ones over and over. And I probably am, but that's okay too. I was also going to just, this one, use just like different coffee dyed papers that I have in the box. But I thought, you know, I've ripped down these pieces, so might as well just finish using these. Otherwise, again, they will just sit around and not be used. Okay. Let me just give a little roll so far. All right. I don't know. It would also be, if you were going for like, sort of like a vintage look, if you did it with music paper, like just ripped up a bunch of music paper and added it all around. That would be really neat too. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Maybe right here. There we go. That's an idea. But I like collaging with random scraps. I used to not like it. I think there was a time that I didn't like to collage. Now I really like to collage. So this is fun for me now. Before it used to not be so fun. And I don't know why. No idea. Just one of those weird things. And after this, I don't know if you saw in the first one, I did sew all the way around the edges just to keep everything kind of like intact, safe. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of close to that one, so I think that'll fit. I don't know if you hear my cat. She just wants to come up here and sit on my desk and see what I'm doing, but she can't, otherwise I won't be able to work. She's a very nosy cat. She's so funny. Okay, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Oh, here's a perfect little piece for there. And I also have to keep remembering to keep looking up at my phone just to make sure that it's still recording. And I know I say this in many, many videos, but I was having trouble with it for a while, cutting off. And before it was like cutting off at like 20-something minutes, like 22 or 23 minutes. And then it started cutting off like even earlier. And I'm just like, what in the heck is going on? So, don't want to do that. What am I doing? I don't even know. Okay. Let's do this piece. If I could do it like perfect. That way it covers the edge. And I'm gonna, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go around and just trim the edges because I know I do have a little bit of hangover here and there. Not a lot, but a little bit. And I think actually when I did the first one, I did have a lot of hangover, so that's okay. That's what happens when you collage. Sometimes you do have little extra bits and pieces here and there that you need to chop off. But no, I will not be keeping the stuff that I cut off. Oh gosh, I could just imagine how my room would be if I kept every little scrap that I cut off. That would be crazy. That'd be really, really crazy. All right, let me just give a quick rub over again, and we're almost finished, actually. Just this part here. Okay. See how easy it comes together? It's like, it's really not a hard thing to do. It's just, I was going to say time consuming, but it's really not. I mean, I don't think so, because you're just ripping and gluing. So I guess it depends how big an area you're covering, but something small like this is really kind of fast and easy. And actually, if we can get one more piece right there, I'm thinking, there we go. Let's do this one. Okay. And then when I do this, I'm just going to stand up just so I can look at the time and see what time I have, because I don't want it to cut down. All right, perfect. All right, so let's roll everything down into place, and then we'll just look on the back and see what we might have to trim off. Okay. Oh, it's really not much. Let me stand up so you can see what I'm doing. See, there's like tiny little bits of overhang. You know, you can't even call this really overhang, just little bits. Yeah, that's it. All right, so now I gotta see. I really should have. I know. Okay, one is right here. And then the other, oh, it's right here. Yeah, okay. I really should have, what I could have do in the future is like ink the edges. That way I know where the fold lines are. Okay. And I know we're not going to completely finish this because I have to let this dry before I sew it, but we're going to get probably like 97% of it done. All right, so let's just look and see what we have. Let me just give it a nice real fold. So there it is. I mean, how easy was that to come together? So what I'm going to do, and actually I'll do this, you know, on camera because I still think I have some time. We'll ink around the edges. But that's pretty much it. I mean, look how nice it is. And if you wanted to, because I know that I was big on doing this a lot of the times, I like to put, you know, like when you're like decoupaging a napkin and, you know, you take off the layers and then you're left with those white layers, like the ply, you know, I don't know if they're called the ply layers, but like, you know how it's like 1 ply or 2 ply? Well, I was keeping those and then I would use them to kind of create a seal for something. So that's actually an idea that you could do once this is all collaged on. Cover it with like Mod Podge or something, and then just put a the white part of the napkin over it. So, I mean, that's definitely an idea that you can do, and I might do that on this one. So, all I have to do is ink the edges, sew it, then put the Velcro. I put the Velcro on last because I don't want the the seam to go over it, but I mean, that's an easy part. But overall, I mean, that's really it. See? So that's the finished part. So as you can see on this one, let me stand up. You can see that the edges are all inked. You can see the sewing all the way around it. And then, obviously, like I said, the Velcro on the inside. And then you can put whatever you want in the pockets. So I think that's as far as I'm going to go with this because I really want it to dry before I do anything else. But I mean, there you go. And I like these because it's kind of reminds me of spring, and the spring weather's coming in now. So these are like little spring envelopes. Actually, May, well, it's almost summer. It is summer. I think, I don't even know. I'm not really sure right now, but this is May, so it is summer. But yeah, so I hope you found this, you know, kind of interesting, my use on book pages and my scraps. So really, you know, you can do so much projects with scraps that it's really fun. I'm just looking at my paper. June, so the next month is going to be belly bands. There's paper clips, paper bags, bookmarks, postcards, masterboard. Oh, I can't wait for that. And then greeting cards / journaling cards. So those are the prompts coming up for the next several months. Like I said, if you want to do it, you can. It's an open collab. You definitely can do that. Just make sure you put the hashtag scraps to treasures in the title, and then link Sheree's and Maria's YouTube channels in the description box. But it's definitely something fun to think about. And the videos, obviously, it's the 28th, so they are posted or they're uploaded every month on the 28th. And so, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this. Try not, try your hand at it. If you have extra book pages and lots of scraps, this is a nice, easy project. And it also would be actually fun for if you're doing like some Happy Mail. You can put some stuff in here and send this to a friend. So that's an idea, or it can definitely be something that goes inside a junk journal as well. So that's what I have for the month of May, the book pages for the hashtag Scraps to Treasures Open Collab. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.